Welcome. In front of me is a ZTE Pad, and today I will show you how you can capture a screenshot on this device. So, to get started, you will first want to open up content that you wish to capture. I'll be using home screen as an example for this, so in my case it's already open and visible. But make sure that whatever you want to capture on that screenshot is visible on your screen. From there, all you need to do is press the power button and volume down at the same time. At the same time. There we go. And you get the capture screenshot. Now we have scrollable and share options there, and it does disappear on its own after a moment. So once you capture your screenshot, you can then find it in your Photos application. Not now Google. And I do want to explain this. For me, I have the albums visible on the Photos tab. If you're logged into a Google account, it gives you, I believe, the collections button somewhere here. And when you click on it, it then shows you albums. By default, you wouldn't have the albums visible in the Photos tab. This only happens when you're not logged in or if there is not enough content visible. So unfortunately, I won't be able to kind of show this like in a normal way that this would be visible. But if you go to collections, you will find an album called Screenshots, and in there you will find screenshots and also screen recordings. Hence why there is this. But we can just kind of view our screenshot from here. Now I do want to also add one info for you when you might encounter this. So sometimes when you try to capture a screenshot, you won't be able to. So this is done to basically protect the privacy and security of the user. It's an application that has any kind of application has the ability to, I believe, disable a feature called drawing over other apps. I think that's how it's called. Now, whatever it's called doesn't really matter. What it does is what is important, which is it blocks screenshots and screen recordings. Now, the reason why this is kind of privacy and security kind of based is because hypothetically, let's say you're logging into your bank application and you got a malware on your device that is using something like screenshots or screen recordings to try to see your pins or password that you're inserting to access your bank and then sending it to themselves, right? So screen recordings will be able to be recorded, but the content of that recording will be just black screen when said application is open. So literally nothing on it will be visible. While screenshots are just flat out blocked. Now, for bank applications, this is pretty good. And let's be honest, usually you want to capture a screenshot of a bank app because you probably want to capture confirmation of a payment. You can't really do that, but what you can do instead is download a PDF file that confirms that payment. That banks always give you the option too. Now, where this is kind of being used in a more nefarious reasons is, for instance, with any streaming platform. That'd be Apple TV, Amazon, Netflix, Spotify, or any other dog shit platform like this, are using this to basically protect themselves. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not getting paid by Netflix or Spotify to protect their ass from piracy. Shit, I couldn't even care less about it. So I find it a little bit of an overstep from a corporation to change how my device functions even when I'm not signed into their application. Shit, I don't even own a Netflix account, and that garbage comes pre-installed with a lot of devices. And when you open it up, it automatically prevents you from being able to do any of that screenshots or screen recordings without ever even asking for your consent. Now, I don't know about you, but as far as I know, I'm the owner of my device, not Netflix, so they shouldn't have a say in this. Now, that's one thing. And number two, even though they're trying to prevent piracy through this, I don't give a shit. It's not my problem, and I shouldn't be responsible for it. And furthermore, if you're paying for this service, it's your damn fucking right to be able to capture whatever the shit you want. It's up to you. Now, that being said, obviously capturing things like screen recordings of an entire show is potentially okay, as long as you don't share it. And sharing is also okay, as long as you're not sharing the entire show, but a small clip of it. So there is fair use, obviously, for this reason. So fair use covers, I believe, 30 seconds of something like that. As long as you have a clip from a show that is below 30 seconds, you should be fine, but I do recommend doing your diligence. I don't exactly remember if I'm correct about the time frame. So with that in mind, that's not even piracy, as fair use kind of does cover this, and it's not piracy. So you should be able to capture a screenshot or record portion, like some kind of small snippet of something that you'd be watching, and it's not breaking the law. So because you can't do that, I'm going to be showing you alternatives on how you can find sites that will allow you to do this, because it's in your damn right. So before, I was showing a specific website for this that I was using as an example, and that site has been taken down. Now, potentially this could have been because of me, because I was showing it, or it could have been just coincidence. I'm not sure, but because that happened, whatever I was showing before in videos like this no longer works for people that would be watching that. So instead of showing you, again, a new site, what I'm going to do is just show you how to find these sites yourself. So more of a logic, teach a man to fish to feed him for life. So what you want to do is navigate to your browser, and what I was showing before was the website called pstream.mov. Now, because that site is now dead, what I do is search on Google alternatives in addition to that. And you're always going to be looking for Reddit. Let's be honest, when it comes onto this kind of content and information like this, Reddit is the best place. AI overviews, completely ignore those. That's just moronic bullshit that's going to give you. And any kind of other websites like this or other things, yeah, they give you shit, most likely. There we go, the AI overview. It gives me some MyFlixer. Let's see, I haven't ever heard about any of those. I know that it also showed me one of the self-hosting ones, so that options, which was, there we go, Plex. So great, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, Plex. It's literally an alternative to something that is hosted by someone else, yeah. In any case, when you click on this, you'll get a small list of different places you can go. They all try to achieve the same thing, so you can pick whichever one you want. Now, depending on how you search for this, you could search for something else, like for instance, free Netflix or free alternatives to Netflix, something like that. Typically, you would be looking for, obviously, Reddit, like I mentioned, and depending on what you search for, what the terms of it are, you will find different Reddit threads, and one of them may or may not have a nice website that just takes you to like a catalog of all these other sites that basically do the same thing. So there's like over 20 different links to all different sites with multiple different domains that some of them have. So you can pick and choose from there, and you do want that options, as some of these sites are better, some of them are worse. So some of them will have ads, pretty annoying, and when you're trying to skip enshittification, getting into some free alternative that just constantly gives you a bullshit ad because you touched on a display, you know what, that's not an improvement. So find something else. There is always going to be a better option. So anyway, now, because whatever you would open, a show, movie, from any of these platforms, as these links usually provide content from every platform. And so again, like I said, if you have a subscription, you're in your damn right to capture whatever you want. But in there, you can just navigate to any of these sites. No account needed, no nothing. You just watch whatever you want and capture whatever you want. And because this is running on a browser, like Chrome right here, you can capture screenshots of Chrome at any point. And no website being open can change that. So there's your workaround. And you also now know how to search for these places once some of them become deactivated, as this tends to happen. So in any case, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.